we live now? All right, I'd like to welcome everybody to the BST podcast. We are at El Paso County Raceway for the IMCA 2021 championship races. We raced last night and we're racing tonight. Going to introduce Michael Cost. He's one of our PR guys, IT guys, helps with the. We got Travis Mess on the other side. He's done a wonderful job. Does our IMCA TV. We're doing the podcast stuff. So I'd like to tell everybody that we will make this kind of an ordinary event. We'll be doing it on our YouTube Live, which is obviously BST Promotions on YouTube, as well as we'll be putting it on our Facebooks and our website, and you guys can share it. So we'll be interviewing some drivers today, as well as throughout the year and even through the winter. So we'll keep up with people, the drivers, the teams, the sponsors, what's going on through the winter, getting ready for 2022, because we're actually already working on that, believe it or not. So once again, I'd like to welcome everybody. And Michael Cost, I'm going to let him take over. He's going to give us a little interview. And then, like I said, we got some guys lined up already, and we'll find some more people for you. How's that?
That sounds good. We definitely got a couple of drivers lined up here to talk to, but can you explain a little bit about what's going on with the remainder of the season at each track at Fort Morgan, Holyoke, and here?
So obviously, BST Promotions, we're busy throughout the year. As people know, we run and promote Phillips County, El Paso County. Of course, I-76 Speedway, owned by my uncle Butch Spiker. We co-promote as much as we can, help him out tremendously. It's all part of the Colorado Dirt Track Alliance. Essentially, when they're running, we're not. Makes it good for all the drivers and the fans. Example, I-76 is not running this weekend. We're running this weekend. So we work together tremendously, help one another out. And the season is wrapping up. It seems to be a short and sweet season. I don't know how the summer's already gone, but you know how quick this deal goes. We'll be talking about Halloween and pumpkins, and then Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. It'll be all this year will be a wrap. But the good thing about it is the season's been good so far. I'm pretty happy with everything, the way things have gone here at El Paso. We had a little mishap one week with that fence debacle, which we got fixed, mind you, in case anybody's wondering about that. We got the fence done by Steel Lock Fence Company, and the fence truly is better than it ever was. So I want to give a shout out to Steel Lock Fence. They came in, replaced that stuff, tightened up the fence, tightened up the cables, and that fence is definitely better than it was before. So, and then Phillips County up north, Holyoke, we actually unfortunately rained out that championship race, which was last weekend. They had some Armageddon biblical rains. I don't know if y'all heard, but I seen some rain gauges that were overflowing at 5 inches. There was a farmer out there that had a 10-inch rain gauge and had 9.7 inches. So incredible amounts of rain out there. But the good thing is we figured out a date that we can finish our championship at Phillips County, which will be Friday the 17th. So that IMCA championship will conclude with 8 races. Tonight's race here will conclude 8 races with IMCA. So that's good. So we caught up with all that. The remaining portion after that is we're back here September 11th. And then 2 weeks after that, we'll have our open wheel championship here with ASCS sprint cars, the mile high midgets, the 1200. So the championship for the open wheel stuff is in the second. There'll be the fourth weekend in September. But we are back here for First Responders Night on September 11th. That'll be a good night. That's actually also El Paso County Employee Night. All those people get in $5 off, so that'll be a good night coming back here. And then, of course, we have our Fall Brawl, which is mid-October. I want to say the 17th, 18th, whatever that is. But we'll conclude the 2021 season basically for everything with BST here with the Fall Brawl on October 17th, 18th, whatever that mid weekend is. So that's kind of a wrap for that. So
All right, but tonight is IMCA Championship night here at El Paso County Raceway, correct?
it is, and like I said, we concluded with our 8 races. Though we doubled up. We had that race last night, which was good. I'm glad we did that. It was fun, kind of like the double headers. So worked out good for us. We had fun. Worked out good for a lot of people. So tonight we'll conclude it. I think you got the points wrap that you can talk about who, what, when, and where on that. But
Yeah.
definitely that'll be a wrap for IMCA tonight. And the idea there is IMCA sets this up to where they truly wish all their tracks could conclude their points before the nationals. Basically, in IMCA land, everybody's getting ready for the nationals. So next weekend, Labor Day weekend, you'll have, I think they get like 1,000 cars. It's crazy. But with all the divisions, it might be more. I don't know. I think maybe 800 to 1,000. But they'll have a ton of people from all over the country, IMCA wise, heading to Iowa, Boone, Iowa for the nationals. And one of your people that you're going to interview, Hunter Smith, who's done exceptionally well in our hobby stock division this year. Um, he's actually heading to the nationals. So you can talk to him about that as well.
Yeah, we'll do for sure. Yeah, my kid just got a Hunter Smith T-shirt last night.
Yeah, I think they're second selling the heck out of those things.
Yeah.
I don't know. Most popular driver, I think. I don't know.
They're pretty slick shirts too.
I think all the chicks like them too. I don't know. He might have something going.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
What's the count? Car count? So we just had a question online about our car count. One thing I can say is our car counts here at El Paso County are some of the biggest. Last weekend we had the largest stock car count that any tracks had in Colorado. So I believe to finish out strong, we should have at least what we've had all year, as well as possibly some more. This is a draw redraw race, so we should be picking up some new drivers. They're not in the IMCA average, so they can show up and actually draw a pill. So I think the draw redraw adds to some people coming. So I'm going to be optimistic and positive, and I'm going to say that our car count should be up in all divisions. I know we've got like 3 new sprint cars that finally got their cars ready. Unfortunately, this lovely pandemic slash whatever the heck's going on in the country with the setback of part availability and stuff like that really set back some of our racers this year. Like I said, I do know we got a couple new sprint cars that just finished up, and they're out here. So once again, I think it's going to be good. I think it'll be as good as it's been, if not better. So
Yeah, it's looking like a pretty good night. I mean, some people stayed overnight out in the parking lot, and there's already people arriving. So.
yep, yep. All right. Well, you good with me? You ready to take over and
Yeah.
talk to these guys?
Yeah, let's
Hunter
introduce some
Smith, you
drivers.
want to go first? Come on, tell us what's up. All right. Once again, thank you, everybody. BST Podcast will continue doing this stuff. We'll keep you posted. And if you're not coming to the races, which that's what you should be doing first and foremost, do not forget Travis and these guys will be filming this race live all night long. www.bstproductions.tv. You can watch us live from home and or any device. So you can catch us there, or we prefer you coming out here. And also, I want to give a shout out to Roosters. It's Roosters Night. That's the pizzeria in town. You can stop in town. You can get a $5 discount, plus get your ticket in advance. That armband or any armband tonight will give you a free beer and or appetizer when you bring it in tonight. So if you think about it, I think Roosters can basically pay your way in tonight if you go back and redeem your appetizer and beer. So I think you all should do that. So I want to give them a shout out and thanks. But all right, we'll talk to you.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.
Hunter, how you doing this Saturday afternoon?
Good. You?
I'm all right. So talk to me a little bit about what's going on with Hunter Smith, the 1S.
Just going out every weekend, having fun racing. Most of the time, just have to do my job, and it's good.
Yeah, you've been killing it this summer, though, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
Don't be too humble. I mean, you can talk about it.
I have 8 feature wins. So one wasn't IMCA though. That was in Beekman, Nebraska. Uh, that was, I think, my 6th feature win. So we've added 2 more since then.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And you're looking at a bunch of rookie accolades, aren't you?
Yeah, we're leading rookie of the year national. And then I'm leading my regional, and then I'm leading state points right now as well.
Okay. So what are you looking forward to? You going to get in a stock car next year? Or?
I'm looking forward to keep going in the hobby. My dad said if I get 20 feature wins, he'll consider it. But right now, the hobby, it's been real fun.
Yeah.
And since rookie of the year this year, I'm trying to be the first Colorado person to win a national title. So hobbies have been really fun with how little you have to do and just everyone that's like driving.
So talk to me about the national title. What all does that take to earn that?
Uh, just got to make 50 shows, and right now we're at 40. I would say 42, I think. And so we have about 8 more races left to wrap up our season for Rookie of the Year.
Okay. Um, what advice would you give any young fans of racing out there that are looking to get into it?
I would say just uh, find something that's not super expensive, not like something of your budget, just to be able to start off good and to get going. So those extra few years, you can start to really build up your like car control and everything.
I would agree with that. And on social media, I've seen you have pretty good family support doing all this stuff. Huh?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my dad a lot. He's been trucking me everywhere, going to Lexington, Nebraska, going to Columbus, Nebraska. We've gone we've gone a lot of places so far.
Well, I can see what his motivation is in traveling around with you because you are killing it out there, man.
Yeah, we definitely weren't expecting to do this well. We were just expecting to go up and have a chance, but we entered first in that Rookie of the Year, and we seen that we had a really good shot at winning this. So we just said, all right, we're going all in. We're gonna try this.
So last night I saw you were so close to winning, man, and then I know you ended up I think third.
Yeah, we unfortunately cut down on our left rear, and so that kind of started falling back, and just had to settle in for third there.
All right. Well, we'll be watching you tonight for sure.
Yeah, hopefully we can make this number 9 feature win. So
I hope so for your sake. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
I'd like to thank everyone on my car, everyone who's jumped on board with sponsors, and my dad's buddy, everybody there. So that'd be that'd be a lot greater.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna move to the next interview. I think we have Brandon Holzer, Hilzer. Sorry, Braden Hilzer. Uh, so, Hunter, thank you and good
Thank
luck
you.
tonight.
Yep, thanks.
Yeah. We gotta lean into the microphone a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, Braden. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I've seen you run here and at Holyoke. How's your season going so far?
It's going pretty good. As Joe said, I've leading Holyoke. I'm doing pretty good in Morgan. I'm trying to get a little bit better here and see how this goes. So, and it's been just pretty fun season overall.
Hey, Travis, the audio went way up over here. All right, sorry about that. So where are you at in the points here at El Paso County Raceway?
I'm not even really close to be honest. I've missed like probably the first 3 races here. I just came down here because we started leading Colorado points, so we've been using this track to get a little bit more points to hopefully win that.
Yeah, you got to show up and earn them, right?
Yeah.
But in Holyoke, you're doing really well, right?
Yeah, I've done pretty good. I've won most of them there. I've only lost one, and so far, next race I'm pretty much considered track champion there.
That's gonna be awesome, huh?
I guess.
Your first
last
track
year-
championship, I'm assuming.
No,
Oh no.
second one because I won Morgan's last year.
Okay. Yeah. So what got you to this point? Where'd you start your racing at?
Last year when my sister moved up to a hobby stock, I took her compact,
Okay.
and I started off. We didn't think I was gonna like do that well at the start, but then I started doing really good at the start of that season and kept going on and won that. So we figured might as well this year go for like multiple track champions and like maybe state, which thankfully that's going well.
What are your future plans? Are you hoping to move up?
Well, after this year, after Colorado points is done, I'm gonna move to a hobby stock and hopefully get better at that and see where that takes me.
Do you already have the car? Or you got to do
Yeah,
that
we
now.
already have
Awesome.
the car.
Hey, that's good news. Would you like to thank anybody for?
I would like to thank all my sponsors on the car, Riverside and Champion Oil Field, Hair by Chelsea, Team Hilton, um, sorry, this is kind of hard.
That's okay.
My dad, and many more, but
Okay. Anything else you'd like to add? You know, you're looking forward to next season. I'm assuming in the hobby stock, right?
yeah.
All right. Well, we'll get another driver up here.
All right.
Okay. Thank you. You want to go next, little guy? All right, let's do it. So this is, I remember Cox. What's your first name?
Bradley.
Bradley Cox?
Yep.
And tell me what kind of cars you're driving.
I'm running a micro and a sprint car.
Yeah?
Yep.
You doing pretty good out there this season?
Yep, I have been. I've been doing pretty good out there.
Okay. What tracks do you normally go to?
I run at Airport Raceway, and I run here, of course. I run at I-76, and we're gonna start racing in Texas more, in Oklahoma, and try to go to Nebraska, and yeah, we got a lot of tracks we're gonna try to hit.
Yeah?
Yep.
Well, racing must be in your blood. You're into it that much at a young age, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. So how'd you get here? What started you racing?
I first started a 206 Outlaw cart, and I'm a third generation driver, and I just loved racing ever since I started.
Cool.
Yep.
So your dad is a driver, or was?
My grandpa's a driver, and I just I loved racing, so I wanted to race. So here I am right now.
That's fantastic.
Yep.
So what do you do in your off time? Do you play any games to practice, or?
Yeah, I play iRacing a lot. I work on my car most of the time, and then at night I just play iRacing and get ready for the next race.
Yeah, iRacing is fantastic. They got all
Yeah.
sorts of different racing you can do.
Yeah.
Anybody you'd like to thank, like your sponsors and
Yeah.
family?
Yeah, I'd like to thank all my family. They really work hard to get me where I'm at right now, and all my sponsors, Redline Performance Roughing and KC Farms, they helped me get where I'm at right now, and I'm very thankful for them.
Good. What else are you looking forward to for the end of this season? I know you probably still got a few races, right?
Yep. I think we have a few more races on the schedule, but we're gonna try to hit some more sprint car races before the end of the season, and we're gonna run some more micro races. So.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about the future and what you want to do in the future driving.
The future, I want to start running the sprint car more, and just run at new tracks in the mini sprint, and yeah, just race at new tracks in the future and stuff.
Well, that's awesome.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you for your time,
Thank
and
you.
it's really good to see someone so young, so into racing. I think that's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, good luck out there
Thank
tonight.
you.
Yeah. Got any other drivers? Yeah.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
What's your name?
Cody Wells.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. I heard your name get called out last night, huh?
Yeah.
So Cody, let's see. I don't have the dwarf points here, but anyway, we're here with Cody Welsh, and he's the 27C dwarf car. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Cody. I'm seeing here you're an active duty Air Force.
Yeah, yeah. We're both me and my girlfriend are both in the military. We moved out here probably about a year ago now. Got our feet wet with the Colorado racing deal. We grew up racing on the East Coast, and got out here and got involved with the local tracks, saw the dwarf cars. Picked up an older chassis last year. Did relatively good with that for what it was. Got our feet wet, and we got hooked up with Dwayne Bain at Nunco Motorsports, and he hooked us up with a 2020 Spirit chassis for this year, and our success has gone through the roof compared to last year. So it's good being good equipment, have a good chassis builder behind you, and it's helped a lot this year.
Fantastic. Did you say the East Coast or the West Coast?
East Coast.
Okay,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
from upstate New York, and
Okay, yeah.
I got into racing back there on asphalt tracks. But
Yeah, we grew up racing a little bit of both. Pennsylvania, we're both from Homestead, Pennsylvania.
okay,
Started on the dirt. We actually started on my parents bought me an XR50. We started at Oakland Valley Speedway, racing on oval track with a XR50, and Mom didn't like that. There wasn't any seatbelts in it. Didn't really last too long, and then we jumped into a flat cart and just went from there. Started on the dirt, moved to the asphalt, ran upstate New York, and a couple other tracks in PA.
sweet. Do you live on base?
No, we're off base. I've been in the military 6 years now. We went from Pennsylvania to California. Just left my pit crew in Maryland. We got a good team going there. We got into a little bit of racing down there, and I know he's watching from home, so I want to give a shout out to Tyler Lofbaum and all those guys back in Maryland. We had a good little group going there, and I left them at home, but went from there, and then we got orders here, and jumped right back into it. So
I'm a veteran myself. I spent 10 years in the Army, and I was wondering what it would be like to fire up a dwarf car at base housing.
yeah, no, I figured it wouldn't go too good, so we weren't going to try that route. So
Some colonel would be like,
yeah. If they'll be all right. If they can't take a joke, then it's not going to work. But
I agree with that.
so yeah, it's been fun. And it's tough. It's just me and my girlfriend and the dog, and I'm missing Dad and Pop, and they were always a big role model in my racing career. Pop was there with a can of Pledge, and car had to be spit shine. So trying to keep that going the best we can, and other than that,
At least when the night starts, because you're going to be covered in dirt by the
Yeah.
end. But
he was never big in the dirt, but he shakes. I'm sure he's shaking his head now, saying we should be running on pavement. He always says dirt's for farming, but we're having a good time.
I mean, I grew up around asphalt tracks on the East Coast, and but man, I love the dirt.
Yeah. It's got its ups and downs. It's a long Sunday morning when you got to wash it all off.
I
but
bet.
It's all
I
right.
bet that's true. So, what are your future plans?
We're not sure. As of now, there's a for sale sign on the car. We haven't got that far yet. We might try to jump into a different class. We might go camping. I might go fishing. I'm not really sure yet.
Well, you
But-
got to enjoy yourself,
Yeah,
especially in
exactly.
these times. Yeah.
Anything to get out of the house a little bit, and but so other than that, we've just been having fun. It's all about having fun, and seems like the past few weeks has just been more frustrating than fun. So he said, we come up with something different. We'll come up with something different. We went camping a couple weeks ago. It was great.
Well, I like that. Spontaneous,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Watched other people waste their money. It was awesome.
Well, racing is an expensive habit for sure.
Absolutely.
Is there anybody you'd like to thank?
Just like I said before, Dwayne Bain and Greeley. He's out of Greeley. Anybody watching that's looking to get into the class or around it, he's a great guy. He'll help you out with as much as he can. He set us up with that chassis, and then Ben Haney has been a huge help to me this season. He gave me a ton of setup help. The guy can wheel a shopping cart, but he's just helped me, and it's been great to have somebody to bang ideas off of and get his ideas, and it's just been great to have him in your back pocket. So
Describe a little what it's like being in that dwarf car so low to the ground.
it feels like you're going about 200 miles an hour. We ran Sweetwater earlier in the season, and that was by far one of the biggest dirt tracks I've ever been on. I've always rather the small little bull ring bang the board dirt tracks, and that was not it. Sweetwater was wide open as fast as you could go and get through the corner. So it was a little bit of a learning curve. It definitely feels super fast when you're that low to the ground, but it's fun. It's different. I've driven a lot of different classes, and there's nothing compared to a dwarf driving style. So, yep, a little bit different, but it's definitely a learning curve.
I bet.
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys are pretty low to the ground.
yeah, feel every bump.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, that's about it. Thanks to Dwayne again for an awesome season, and huge thanks to the whole Chris family. He does a lot of my fabricating. He's got a CNC plasma cutter, and when we put the chassis together this year, he was a huge help with all the fabricating help, and he's over at the house all the time helping out, and likewise with him, and we really make a good team. So other than that, that's about it.
Awesome. Well, Cody, thanks for your time.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So, folks, we don't have any more drivers here at the moment, at least. I don't know if maybe we'll plan on doing another live stream later. Are there people watching there, Travis? I can talk about the points a little bit. So, right now so tonight is the championship night here at El Paso County Raceway for the IMCA division, as we discussed in the beginning of the video. And Hunter Smith, the guy that we just spoke to there, is in first place here. So he stands a really good chance at taking the championship this evening. He's well ahead. He's at 274. Adam Bierman's in second with 250. So, man, it'd take a miracle basically for Hunter Smith not to take the championship tonight, but we'll see what happens there. And in the IMCA Sport Compacts, Jacob Worthington is leading, and Braden Hilser, who we spoke to earlier here, he's down in ninth. So he's 136 down from the lead, but he can still move up a couple of spots depending on where he finishes tonight. And last night there was a pretty decent sized sport compact field, and it was actually a pretty entertaining race to watch. So we'll see what happens in that class this evening. In the sport mods, Danny Councilman is 12 points ahead of Dave Stock. So I would imagine that the 22S and the 4D will probably be going at it pretty hard tonight here at El Paso County Raceway. They usually do anyway. That Danny Councilman is usually smashing it, doing the wheel salutes around every corner. And then the stock cars, Phil Reed and Joe Bellum. Joe, who introduced us here with BST Promotions, is only 2 points down. So I know those two will probably be going at it tonight too in the stock car division. And last night was a pretty good stock car race, in my opinion. We'll be uploading the highlight video early this week, probably Monday or Tuesday. You'll get to see that. And same with tonight. We'll be uploading to BST Promotions on YouTube, the highlight video later this week at some point. But with that, I'm going to quit flapping my gums here. I think that's all we got for drivers. So what's that? Oh, okay. Yeah. And if you can't make it here tonight, you can always watch live. We got Jason Rispin sitting over here. You want to do an interview? It's the BST Promotions YouTube page. You don't have to. We got Jason Rispin, who's a hobby stock driver here. You can sit here, and if you want to put the headphones on, you can.
Okay.
So, Jason, my name is Mike.
Hi, Mike.
I've interviewed several drivers here this afternoon.
All right.
Tell me a little bit about your 2021 season so far.
Well, started off slow, rookie season, first year racing out here. I used to race 37 years ago, asphalt track back in Nevada. So this year is just trying to get going, trying to get the car in tuned, and starting off slow, but I seem to be doing a lot better as the season progresses. As you can see, I last night before the races I was tied for third, and tonight I am now in third.
Yep, I see you're 46 points behind the leader.
Yep.
So you're going to be battling out there.
Well, I don't have a chance of catching first or second, but I do have a chance of hanging on to third.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah.
And this is your first season.
My first season, yes, sir.
I remember a previous interview that Logan had done with you,
Yes.
and you were talking about that.
Yep.
Talk about your car a little bit. I liked your. I'm a veteran myself,
Okay.
and I liked your explanation there that day.
Yeah, well, like I said, I was telling him I'm not a veteran. I have never served, but I do have tremendous respect for you folks. And I also like the utilitarian purposing of, the military, the colors, the way everything is done. It's done with a purpose. There's no nothing fancy about it. It's just practical and it's useful. So that's kind of what I just designed this car, is to be practical. I don't know if you noticed, but I got it all bolted together with bolts. There's nothing fancy. It's rough looking. It looks like something you'd find sitting in the garage when you just put the car together,
If General Patton was a car, right?
Sure. But yeah, it's just plain and simple and effective and functional, and that's all I wanted it to be. And it's been a great season, man. The car's a 1967 Dodge Dart. I actually went to North Platte, Nebraska, to pick it up, and I live out in Peyton, and spent about 2 years building up the car, especially during the pandemic. So that threw a monkey wrench into things.
Yeah.
But gave me an extra year to work on the car, though. But so yeah, when I brought it out here, I was just talking with my daughter, all nervous and everything. Your first race, your first time in the pits, and not knowing how to conduct myself and what goes on and everything. But now, with this double header, we were able to stay last night in the pits. So my daughter and I stayed, and we hung out with a bunch of other drivers, and it was actually a great time. There's such a great group of people, all the drivers and the pit crews. They'll bend over backwards to help you out if you need it, and it's just been a blast this whole season. I love it out here. The track is great most of the time. But and the weather hasn't been too friendly, but I'm just having a blast.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Have you been out to the other track? You go to Fort Morgan?
No, I haven't been to anything yet. This being my first season, I'm just kind of kicking it with my home track.
Yeah.
For now. Next year, maybe I'll branch out, because I'm still, got the expense of the car build this year, but next year I won't have that expense. So I'll have more funding available to go out and hit places like Fort Morgan and Honor Speedway down in Pueblo. Can't quite do Holyoke yet because I need new gear set for that, and that's going to be kind of spendy. So
just because it's a faster track.
Yeah, it's a 3/8 mile, so it's a longer track. This track's only a quarter mile, so the gear set that I have now certainly isn't going to work for Holyoke or even some of the cool races that are going on here in the next couple of races over in Kansas. Those are all 3/8 mile track too, so I won't be able to run any of that. So it's just a process, taking time, collecting the parts, and getting what I need. Hopefully one day I'll have an extra set of gears that I can swap out and race at a couple different size tracks. But for right now, I'm just having a good time just racing this track.
You're going to stay in hobby stock next year?
Yes. I don't intend on moving up. I really like the hobby stock class.
Well, I really like that car a lot.
Thank you.
Is there anyone you'd like to thank, sponsors or anything like that?
No, don't have any sponsors, but just my family, because they've been so supportive throughout this whole build. And since I started racing, they've been out here every weekend. There's a race. And we've been bringing friends with us too, people who haven't been to the races before too. So now we made some new fans that like to come out to the races. Excellent. That haven't before. So we're just having a real good time with this, and it's just a lot of fun, especially when you have some people out in the stands cheering for you.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And actually, I do hear them out there cheering.
Yeah,
for
you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so some of them can be kind of loud.
Yeah, no worries. They're supposed to be.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for your time. Sorry to grab you out of.
No worries. No worries. I just got to come get a world famous racetrack hot dog.
Yeah. Well, I don't blame you there. I'll be getting one later.
Yeah,
Actually.
right.
All right. Well, thank you,
All
Jason.
right, thank you.
We got more drivers. Who do we got? Oh, really? Yeah. Let's see. I don't see any other metal chairs. I'd like both of you to interview basically at the same time. Travis, do you think you can? I saw your car catch on fire. I'm the guy who I do the highlight videos for BST, and that video blew up. I mean, it did pretty well on social media. Right, because of your car, or because you caught on fire, Go figure. I saw you two battling it out last night.
That was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was fun to watch, though. All right, come on, have a seat. So there's only one set of headphones. Really, all you hear is ourselves talking, so it's no biggie. Either one who wants to wear it. But if you could just try to stay as close to that, not like right up to it. But anyway, folks, you don't have to. They're all sweaty and whatnot. So we're here with Jacob and Brianna Worthington. Tell me a little bit about your 2021 season here.
So we just got done building a new car, so we have 2 cars on the track now. Yeah, just trying to go out, have fun, win some races, finish all the races.
I've not had the best season.
Why do you
No.
say that?
I mean, my first race, I was leading, beating the track champion last year, and my car died. And then a couple races later, I didn't even show up because I broke my car before the race, and then it caught on fire. So
You just had
have
some
not,
bad.
yeah, I've had some bad luck this year.
It happens, I guess.
Yeah.
So how did you both get into racing? Is it a family thing?
Yeah, our dad, he used to race a stock car up at Rocky Mountain, the one that's closed now. He used to do it years ago, and then he sold all his stuff to raise a family. So then we got back into it.
Yeah, I started racing go-karts when I was like 8 years old, and then we stopped because it got like too dangerous. So we moved to Falcon and went to a race here at El Paso County, and then we saw the front wheel drive class, and we thought we could just get into it for cheap. So here we are.
2 cars in the truck.
Fantastic. Yeah, and you guys are killing it out there.
Thank you.
I've seen you guys go out to Holyoke as well, right?
We went out one time with my car.
Okay. And what about I-76?
We race at the Fall Classic there. So
But it's mainly here at El Paso
Yeah.
County. And you're killing it in points here. Brianna, there's no way you can catch him tonight, huh?
There's no way.
No way.
No way. He'd have to DNF.
Right. And then the next person is Leanne O'Lear behind you, and she's 24 points. So I don't think she'll catch you either.
unless I DNF.
Yeah, you better not smash it into
Yeah,
the wall.
I'll try.
But you're usually cooking it out there, man. So last night it was a pretty big event for the sport compacts. I was actually pretty impressed. It was a good event to watch. How did you guys feel out there?
It was stressful. Trying to catch my sister.
I saw that.
Yeah, she's fast.
Yeah,
the same cars. So
I
it's
could like feel the sibling rivalry as you
Yeah.
guys are going around. What about that finish too? You guys were bumper to bumper, like literally.
literally like
It could
yeah.
have been inches.
Look,
Yeah.
check for the check YouTube on the BST Promotions page later this week, or on the BST Promotions channel, I should say, on YouTube, on the highlight video, and I'll try to hyper focus in on that finish. 'Cause that was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
So what are your guys' future plans going forward? You staying
We're probably
in-
just gonna do more compact stuff for
That's
now,
That's what I'm getting
and
at.
then once we have like our own life, our own jobs, own house, or whatever, own garages, we might move up to like stock cars or something.
So you said you live in Peyton? Did I hear
We
that?
live out in Falcon.
Or in Falcon?
Mhm.
Sorry.
Not too far.
So do you live in a suburban neighborhood?
It's pretty suburban.
And you fire up those Cavaliers in that neighborhood, testing them out?
Yeah.
Yep.
No neighbors getting mad at you or anything?
They all know we race,
Yeah.
so they're not. They're just like whatever.
That's fantastic.
Yep.
All right. Anything you guys would like to add, or anybody you'd like to thank?
I want to thank our dad for getting those cars on the track. He built amazing cars for us. He's always there for us. He taught us everything he knows. Part of the reason why we're so dominant.
Our mom too, and
Yeah.
siblings for putting up with us and the time we spend
Supporting
in the
us.
garage and
Yeah.
always being at every race and even when it's freezing outside. So grandparents too, they're always here.
All right. Really, that's all I got. If you guys don't have anything else, looking forward to seeing you guys run tonight. And make sure
Yeah.
you finish, man.
I'll try. I'll do my best.
And I'd like to see, a victory here.
Another one.
Oh, yeah.
Another one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like for sure this time.
Yeah, she could try.
Hey.
Whatever. It's fun watching you
Right.
guys.
Thank you.
All right. Well, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
I'll be up there in the booth watching you. Okay.
Definitely.
We got any more drivers over here? All right. We got another one.
Thank you for your time.
Yep. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Travis. Who do we got here?
Chase Spicola.
Okay, you're a sprint car, right?
Microsprint.
Micro sprint. All right, I don't have the points or anything in front of me. If you want the headphones, you can put them on. It just kind of lets you know how our audio sounds. We want to try to stay a little closer to these microphones. Well, fill me in. How's your 2021 season going?
It's been going really good, especially these last few weeks. We really started running more at home more. We ran I-76 and Callahan these last 2 weeks, and God have been really good and won them both.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How many times have you run at El Paso County this year?
I don't know if we've ran too much. I'm not sure on the exact number, but I think we've missed a few races maybe. But
Okay, and you guys are your own series, right? It's not IMCA, is that correct?
yes, it's now 600, I believe.
Okay. And where are you at in the points there?
I'm not too sure. I haven't checked them.
Yeah. How long have you been racing?
I've been racing since I was 5 years old, running the quarter midgets, and I moved up to the micro sprints when I was last year 14.
Okay. And so you're 15 this year?
Yes.
What are your future plans? What are you looking forward to?
In the future, I'd really like to get into a midget, maybe some sprint cars, and hopefully one day maybe a NASCAR. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a good dream to have at least, you got to set your goals high.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your car. What kind of motor you got? Or how many horsepower are you pushing? What speed do you get to?
We've got a Gigster 600 in my car. I believe it's around 120 horsepower. It's a Hyper chassis, 2018. But you got it last year. We had a Stallard my rookie year.
Okay. Those things scream going around the track.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Super loud, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I guess what's going on for the conclusion of the 2021 season? How many more tracks do you have to go to?
I think Colorado wise, we just run at I-76 and Callahan. So, but I know next weekend we're gonna be making our way out to Garden City for some racing. I know we'll plan on hitting the shootout. So
cool. So you got some more racing here in 2021. Anyone you'd like to thank, like sponsors or family, that sort of thing?
Yeah, my dad, of course, my mom, and my brother. Couldn't do it without them. They're actually not here this weekend, so thanks to Brad and Megan Ernst for running me. Really appreciate that. And Shyla. Sorry, Shyla.
Hi,
Avery.
Shyla.
My bad. All of my sponsors: Radical Race Gear, NAMP Speed Equipment, Comac, Page Construction, A1 Electric, and everybody else, all my other sponsors. Thank you.
Sweet. Well, thank you for your time. That's all I got.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Have a good one. Good luck out there tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, folks. This time, I think we are out of drivers actually to interview. So once again, if you can't be here this evening at El Paso County Raceway, I recommend that you tune in to either IMCA TV or BST Promotions.tv, or excuse me, it's BST Productions.tv. And you can watch the races this evening live, stream it on your mobile device or your computer, either one. Um, I would highly recommend tuning in this evening because it should be a pretty competitive night of racing. It looks like, judging from the pits, there's quite a few cars that are showing up. So we'll see how it all turns out. But we hope to see you out here at El Paso County Raceway. And if you cannot make it, please tune in online. And that's all we got. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.